It's October here, and we're coming into the holiday season coming up. And I recall a story. This is from many years ago. My wife and I were living in Atlanta, Georgia. Two Ohio kids have moved to Georgia for work, and my wife had never been out of Ohio, and we were fairly recently married, and we moved to Atlanta. And we met a lot of people in Atlanta who were transplanted Michigan people and Ohio people and Pennsylvania people and so forth. And this particular year for Thanksgiving, we weren't going to be coming home to Ohio. So my wife said to me, wouldn't it be great if we had a little Thanksgiving dinner here at our little apartment, and we would invite some of the couples that that weren't going home as well, that had no family and so forth. And so we did. We invited 5 other couples, and we got the turkey. And I remember at work, I got a ham at work, as a part of our Christmas thing. And so we had all this food, and my wife made all these sides, and we were going to prepare this fantastic meal for our friends that were there. And the day before the day before Thanksgiving, the phone rang, and it was one of the couples, and they said, our parents sent us some tickets to fly home. We're going to go back to Ohio. And so we were down to 4 couples, and then it was 3. And then finally the 2 couples that were remaining, one of them canceled. And at the last minute, the final couple canceled on us. So here we are with this big turkey and a ham and all the sides and the dressings and the pies and everything. And it's just the 2 of us. Well, we had gone to a little church at the time in Atlanta. It wasn't actually a church. We met in a little makeshift building, a very small group of people, and we had sponsored 2 Vietnamese families. Remember, this is toward the end of Vietnam in the mid '70s, and we had sponsored 2 Vietnamese families, and we brought them to the area and so forth. And my wife said to me, it would be great. Let's just take this food and we'll give it to the 2 Vietnamese families that were here. We'll let them celebrate Thanksgiving in their new country. And so we did. We brought the 2 families. They didn't speak English, and we did a lot of bowing and a lot of handing, and they were very grateful, and there were a lot of tears. And we turned that food over to them. And we went back home, and it was kind of interesting. She said to me, we don't have anything to eat. And I said, well, I'll order a pizza. What do you want on it? And so we had a Thanksgiving pizza that year. And as we sat there in our little apartment, just the 2 of us, miles from home in our new town of Atlanta, we realized that was a God appointment we had.
Yes.
That we prepared that food, and my wife did all that work and so forth, because we were going to give it to those 2 Vietnamese families, that we were going to share a good old-fashioned American Thanksgiving with them.
Wow.
And it was a very powerful thing.
Yes.
And as we enjoyed our pizza, we recalled that there was a lesson. See, remember I told you,
Always.
with everything there's a lesson.
Always.
And the lesson was that there are people that are worse off than we were on that Thanksgiving Day. So we had we sat in. I think we had a pepperoni pizza and a bottle of very inexpensive wine. I think at the time we didn't have a whole lot, but that was good.